think this is the problem, right? Is kickboxing has not had the limelight as what boxing has, right? So when you say someone's been the heavyweight champion of the world for 1 or 2 years, like, oh, he's got to be a hard motherfucker. Rico has been the world kickboxing champion for 14 years in a row. He's never once been knocked out. He is humongous. He's over, I'm going to say 125, 130 kilo, 6'5", 6'6", just a huge human being. Hands like shovels, feet like Wreck-It Ralph. Because he ain't going to box him. Like, Rico's not going to box him. He's just going to attack him. And boxers aren't used to that. They're used to throwing a few punches, getting out the way, you know, relaxing, taking a breath, flinching. Whereas Rico's just going to walk in and just keep banging. I can guarantee it. And whether that's going to be a problem for Usyk or he's expecting that, I don't know. But they're in for a shock. I think Usyk's in for a shock. Rico's a dangerous bastard.
Eddie Hall drops a brutal truth that could flip the fight, calling Rico Verhoeven the hardest man Oleksandr Usyk has ever faced and backing him to shock the world. Having trained with Rico, Eddie insists he would fight anyone, even King Kong, but would avoid Verhoeven, claiming he is stronger than Usyk, Joshua, McGregor, and Pereira.
And I can honestly, hand on heart, say, if you were to give me any man on the planet to stand and fight King Kong with, right, and give me any single man on the planet, I'd pick Rico Verhoeven, because to me, he is the hardest motherfucker I have ever met. If you ask me, you put Usyk, AJ, Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou, Alex Pereira, Conor McGregor, line them all up, right, and say, right, which one would you want to fight the least? In Rico Verhoeven. He is that dangerous of a man.
Describing him as a dangerous guy, Hall is convinced people are massively underestimating him and believes Usyk is in for a real shock on fight night.
And with the kickboxing, and again, people just don't know this, is kickboxing is like three 3-minute rounds. The intensity is insane. They are punch, kick, punch, kick, punch, kick. They're just, they're fierce. And if Rico brings that into the boxing, I think it's going to be a big surprise for Usyk. I'm not going to say he's going to win, but I think he's going to shock the world. He's got every chance to win. And I think people are massively underestimating Rico.
According to Eddie, even top fighters like UFC champion Tom Aspinall are hesitant to face Rico in kickboxing, and a man with that presence is a serious threat for you.
I think Rico's going to surprise a lot of people. I think win, draw or lose, he's going to shock the world. I think everyone's written him off.
Yeah.
I've had the privilege to spend quite a bit of time with Rico. I've trained with Rico. I've been to watch him fight, you know, ringside. He has got to be, hand on heart, the most frightening person on the planet. And even like top fighters say that, like Tom Aspinall wouldn't fight Rico in kickboxing. You know, that's how scary a human being is. For Tom Aspinall to say, I wouldn't Rico, and I could see it in his face, like he genuinely meant it. I think Rico is the scariest man on the planet.
Usyk. The real shock is the pedigree Rico brings from kickboxing, and Hall describes it as a highly offensive style that could overwhelm Usyk, making Verhoeven a serious problem for him.
100%. There's, I honestly think that Rico is going to be a big problem. Big problem for Usyk. Rico, you got to think with the kickboxing, I think, what is it, 3 3-minute rounds or something?
Yep.
Yeah, and they are trained, so you got to think like they don't do the 12-round bollocks. Like they are trained just to give 100% for those 3 minutes. And you watch the fight ringside, it is forward, offense. They do not take breaks. And I think that's going to be a real shock for Usyk.
On the other hand, renowned trainer Teddy Atlas is giving Rico zero chance, insisting he cannot withstand Usyk's power no matter his size, pointing out even Tyson Fury's size did not save him.
Verhoeven's chances, I think, slim and none, to be honest. I looked at film on him, and yeah, he's big. He's 6'6", 270. Fury was big too, but Fury was a professional boxer. This guy, as I said, he doesn't have that background. He stands straight up. He's had 76 fights. He's won 66. He's got 26 knockouts. He's not a huge puncher. You know, his best punch is the right hand. That can be effective against the southpaw. Usyk's a southpaw.
Atlas believes Usyk is far too versatile for a kickboxer like Rico and insists he will not be able to handle what Usyk brings, calling him an easy task.
That can be the southpaw killer. I get it. It's not going to be. Again, Usyk's too versatile, too good for him, his defense, his offense. I think it's going to come down to where Usyk, you know, it's up to him. If he wants to work with him and he wants to carry him, I don't know that anything that there was any agreement to that. I have no idea of that. But if it's going to be up to him, because what I've seen, like I just said, Verhoeven, he gets hit.
Speaking on the fight, Wade Clemens calls it an easy win for Usyk and expects him not to be embarrassed like Tyson Fury was when he came in overweight against Francis Ngannou and made boxing look bad.
Rico stands much of a chance because he can't use his feet and or knees, and Usyk is a master in this sport, and Rico is a rookie in this sport in terms of just the Marcus of Queensberry, just the hands. And I don't think that Usyk will take the fight as lightly as Tyson Fury took Francis Ngannou, show up massively overweight, because you already have the example of what happens if you take one of these guys lightly. You embarrass the sport. So I think Usyk will come in shape, ready to go, and he will do what he's supposed to do, which is showcase the sweet science.
Giving him no chance, Wade believes it will be another easy payday for Usyk, although his main complaint is with the WBC for sanctioning it. According to him, the belt should not be on the line, and Usyk should not defend his title against a kickboxer. He argues the belt represents the best fighting the best, while deserving contenders are being overlooked, and a non-ranked kickboxer is getting a fully sanctioned title fight instead.
Make sure that Rico Verhoeven knows that kickboxing is his sport and boxing is Usyk's. But fun matchup, fun fight. My only complaint is with the WBC sanctioning this, and quite frankly, I don't know, I just think maybe the belt shouldn't even be on Usyk if these are the type of fights he's going to take. Not that we would think he's not the best on the planet, but that belt is supposed to represent best fighting the best, right? A ranking system, a defender vacate mentality, because you represent the best boxer on earth.
But here is the fact. Rico is coming from kickboxing, and that difference alone makes many believe he has no real chance. Francis Ngannou, who once dropped Tyson Fury, even says Usyk would win either by knockout or decision. He points out that kickboxers are usually not prepared for a full 10-round boxing fight, and that stamina gap could become a major problem for Rico in this matchup.
Okay, and speaking of that, another potential possibility is someone like a Rico. And Rico is going in to face Oleksandr Usyk.
Yeah.
Looking at that fight in boxing, what is potentially, how do you break down that fight, and what is potentially your prediction of what you think is going to happen?
I think Usyk will win. I would say maybe not a TKO, but decision. But also, how round is it? Is it the fight 10 or 12?
I think maybe 10. I would imagine 10 rounds.
Yeah, but yeah. Can Rico really go like against Usyk 10 rounds? I mean, he's a kickboxing guy. He's not like so maybe TKO or decision mostly.
Responding to this, Rico claims he is not the kind of man who gives up, no matter how long it takes. He says this is the same mentality he brings into training, where he pushes far beyond standard limits. For him, everything comes down to one mindset: either finish the work or quit. Rico insists he has always proven his ability to keep going under pressure and never backs away when things get tough.
Everybody would understand if I would stop. I would quit, throw in the towel, or whatever, just say like, yo guys, this is not my day today, I'ma quit. No. Is it the best example? That's what I tell them. I also never give up. I have a dream, I work hard, I do whatever I can, and if the referee tells me to stop, I'll stop. If not, I will continue, because I also never give up. So that's what I try to give them as well, the mentality of never give up. You want to try, you want to do something, you start it and you finish it, no matter the outcome.
But in his prediction, Francis Ngannou still gives Rico a small chance, taking confidence from his own experience against Tyson Fury, where he survived and kept things competitive. Kamaru Usman, however, goes deeper into the analysis and says even reaching the later rounds will be a huge test for Rico. He highlights that kickboxing does not develop the same level of combination variety as boxing, and that gap could become a serious issue for Verhoeven against Usyk over 12 rounds.
Yeah, but it's extremely difficult though, because as kickboxers, the combinations are limited in a way to where we know the kickboxing combination: jab, low kick, 1, 2, 3 body kick or low kick, and 2, 3 low kick, high. Like, these are the combination. These are the length of the combination. And I think a big part of it is with boxers that are able to go 2, 3, 4, 5 punch combinations and then slip out but still stay in range to counter what you throw at them. I think this is what becomes problematic with kickboxers going into boxing, is the length of the combination.
Usman also believes that from around the 6th round onward, the differences between kickboxing and heavyweight boxing start to become very clear, and that is where Rico could begin to slow down and struggle to match the pace.
If Rico does have a phenomenal guard, one of the best guards that we've seen in kickboxing, especially heavyweight division, he has a really good guard and he's able to walk forward. But the problem with that is boxers can dissect that. Boxers are going to go to your body. They're going to come around to the top. And these Ukrainian boxers, Usyk, Lomachenko, these guys know how to find the angles and know how to put combinations on you. And that's why I think it could be problematic. After round 6, I think it's going to become problematic for someone like Rico.
I agree. I completely agree with you. We know that it's going to be problematic.
In their breakdown, Francis Ngannou and Kamaru Usman both agree that Rico cannot be counted out completely. Francis draws inspiration from his own fight with Tyson Fury, where he shocked many by making it highly competitive. Kamaru also reflects on how Francis entered the boxing world and still managed to shake things up against Fury, showing how unpredictable this sport can be. Both believe that once fighters step inside the ring, anything is possible, and no outcome can ever be taken for granted.
We don't know how ready he is, how prepared he is. We don't know. I'm just saying I cannot count him out. That's all what I'm saying. I'm not counting him out.
No, absolutely not, because a lot of people counted you out versus Tyson Fury, and you went out there. You not only did you show the world, but you knocked him down. And I remember watching that fight. I remember being there, ringside, going, "This is really happening right now," and then being in the back after the fight and just saying, "Oh, well, I guess Francis is a boxer now."
But none of this is making Rico worried at all. He claims fighting Usyk is just the tip of the iceberg for him and believes beating and defeating him would cement his legacy as the only man to overcome Usyk. Rico is convinced he has the credentials needed to withstand and beat Usyk inside the ring. He also hints that after this fight there are bigger plans ahead for him, although he does not reveal them, insisting that after Usyk there is simply no one left to challenge him.
And especially with the weight difference, is as soon as I clip him, he's gonna feel that, because it's gonna be like at least a 20 kilo difference. This is just the tip of the iceberg. It's just a start.
Really, what else do you want to do? What else do you want to achieve?
No, I'm not focused on what's next. For me, is like, actually, if we look at it, what is next after this?
He is fully focused on beating Oleksandr Usyk, putting all his future plans aside and locking in on the task in front of him. Rico insists that nothing else matters right now except his opponent. He says every bit of his preparation is directed toward this fight alone, with no distractions or long-term thinking. His mindset is simple: defeat Usyk first, and everything else will fall into place after that moment inside the ring.
Beat the unbeatable guy. Maybe there's nothing next, I don't know. But for me, basically, now it's just focused on the task that's ahead, and that's Oleksandr Usyk, and we'll see what happens after.
Amid the criticism aimed at Rico, he is not staying silent and is firing back at those who say he has no chance. Whether it is a 10 or 12 round battle, he believes he is already preparing for it, fully aware of the transition from kickboxing to boxing. He knows there are no longer short rounds ahead but a full 12 round war. Rico insists he understands the challenge and feels he is more than ready for what is coming.
Training my ass off. So really putting in so much work, because it's a huge transition. It's where we're going from kickboxing to boxing. We're going from 5 championship rounds to 12. So like the transition is incredible. It's so big, and for me now doing this and just jumping into it even deeper than I already did. It's like submerging myself.
Rico calls boxing an art and sees his opportunity as a canvas to create something special, aiming for nothing less than a masterpiece. He claims that once he fully locks onto Usyk with his power, Usyk will go down, and that will be his moment to make history. Rico believes this is not just a fight for him, but a statement to the entire world about who he truly is inside the ring.
Into something new, and now I really even more feel like the boxing sport is like art.
For sure.
It's like normally it's high pace, 5 rounds, pop, 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 and it's over. Now it's like 12 rounds. You get like all this time to paint this masterpiece.
Let's hope you get all that time.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so. Because if I touch him, I drop him right away. So, but let's hope we get like the full 12 rounds and have fun with it.
Then a major update comes from Rico's camp, as weeks before his fight with Oleksandr Usyk, he appears to have suffered an injury with visible bruising around his eye. Despite that, it also shows his power and grit, proving how seriously he is taking this challenge and how hard he is pushing himself. Rico treats this as the biggest test of his life and insists he is preparing in the best possible way to be ready for everything coming his way.
Fight camp update. It's the 2nd of May, and we're 3 weeks out. Man, it looks like I'm wearing makeup, but I'm all the way bruised up. Oh my God. The body as well. It looks and it feels like I've been run over by a truck. To be honest, it's been a lot. It's been a lot, but like I said, a quick update. So we're gonna hit the scale. Let's see what it says right now. Been putting in so much work, but it's starting to pay off though.
He describes it as proof that the training is paying off, showing just how hard he has been working throughout camp. Rico says every session is building him toward peak condition as he now weighs 125.1 kilos and feels stronger than ever. He believes this physical shape is exactly what he needs for the challenge ahead. With full confidence, he says he is ready to step in on May 23rd and make history inside the ring against Usyk.
So that's good. Let's go. Ooh, nice. Let's go. Oh, let's get it. That's some good news right there. Oh, freaking hell. It's like I said, it's been one hell of a journey, but super thankful. Thanks for following me. Sorry for not being on social media too much, but here you go. A quick fight camp update. We're 3 weeks out. Don't forget to tune in to Zone the 23rd of May, because we're going to write history at the Pyramids of Giza. Let's go.
And that is where things stand right now, with confidence, controversy, and pure tension building toward fight night. Rico Verhoeven believes he is ready to shock the world, while others are convinced Usyk will prove to be a level too high. But once that bell rings, all opinions will mean nothing and only action will decide the truth. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop your prediction in the comments.